Only 3 years ago, it was a cynical joke to demand respect for sanitation workers, let alone recognizing them as heroes. No one likes to shake hands with them, sit close to them, or share utensils used by them. Most of them live in segregated neighborhoods as if they are an embodiment of filth, disease, and death. It is their ill fate that they are born in families that sweep roads, clean toilets and sewers, and transport fecal sludge. This is what their forefathers did, and this is what their future generations will do. They are lowborn, so they deserve no respect. On Labor Day, while all other workers are shown on television and get coverage in newspapers, sanitation workers are conveniently ignored by the media as if it is shameful to consider them as laborers. This is the reason that when a sanitation worker succumbs to poisonous gases while opening a clogged sewer line deep in a narrow manhole, the conscience of the society is not shaken. There is no public anger at his death, no newspaper headline, and no compensation for the bereaved family. Pakistan's federal and provincial labor policies do not consider them as vulnerable workers, nor do they recognize sanitation work as hazardous occupation. The National Sanitation Policy 2006 does not even refer to the workers who provide sanitation. But today, I'm filled with great joy. This is one of the greatest moments of my life. Today, these invisible and stigmatized workers are acknowledged globally. My heartfelt thanks to all the board members of the Anna Lindh Memorial Fund for conferring this recognition to workers. I'm thankful to WaterAid Sweden for sending the nomination. And thank you so much, His Excellency, Mr. Henrik Persson, for taking special interest and organizing this event at the embassy in Islamabad. Equally important, I'm indebted to Dr. Andres Hueso of WaterAid UK for being such an encouragement and support to our work and nominating our campaign to WaterAid Sweden. I would also like to express my gratitude to the Center for Public Policy and Governance at the Foreman Christian College University for its unwavering support to us in the academic research on the subject. This achievement would not have been possible without volunteers and team members of our campaign, Sweepers Are Superheroes. The campaign demands action from authorities and recognition from the society. I'm so grateful to all the team members who have made this success possible. I'm thankful to thousands of other brave people who stood with us in this campaign in challenging this centuries-old stigma. I'm also thankful to empathetic journalists who, from around the globe, covered our struggle for the dignity and equal rights of sanitation workers in Pakistan. This campaign owes to Irfan Masih, whose tragic death shook me to the core. 3 years ago, in June 2017, Masih, a resident of district Umarkot in the interior Sindh province, was supervising work at a sewer line that had been blocked for a long time. After his 2 colleagues who had went down the manhole fell unconscious, Masih instantly jumped into it to save them. But he too fell victim to the poisonous gases and fainted. He was rushed to the Umarkot Civil Hospital for emergency treatment, but the duty doctor there refused to touch him because Masih's body was smeared with sewage and the doctor was fasting as it was the holy month of Ramadan. This resulted in Masih's death. I was member of the Punjab Assembly at that time. In order to show solidarity with Masih and all the sanitation workers who suffer this hatred and stigma every day and die like him during work, I posted on my Facebook wall, "Yes, I'm Chura and I'm proud of it." And then felt starting pouring on my post. What wrong had I done? Well, I had used a colloquial word for sanitation worker, which is considered pejorative and hateful. Through this post, I had, without actually fully knowing, hit the stigma. After all, how could someone identify with this hateful identity and feel proud about it? That day, I decided to fight this mindset, the very stigma of hatred that dehumanizes the sanitation workers. The word chura is translated in English as sweeper. Even the word sweeper in Pakistan has acquired negative connotation because of this background. It is for this reason that the campaign is named "Sweepers Are Superheroes." These workers are inevitable to our civic life, but we hate their very being, their very existence. Through this campaign, we proclaim them as our superheroes because of the vital service they provide us at the cost of their compromised dignity, health, and even their life. We have set the tradition of giving away dignity awards on December 3rd each year to sanitation workers, and we demand the government to declare this day as National Dignity Day in recognition of services provided by these heroic workers. In a year-long study titled "Shame and Stigma in Sanitation," which is first of its kind in Pakistan, it was found that sanitation workplace is life-threatening, unhygienic, dangerous, and intimidatory. It is life-threatening because each year dozens of workers die in line of duty. It is unhygienic because workers are exposed to germs, hazardous chemicals, and hospital waste. Because of this, most of the workers are patients of asthma, hepatitis, and tuberculosis. The workplace is dangerous in the absence of standard operating procedures and safety equipment. The workplace is intimidatory because the weakest and the poorest of the society are pushed in this work and then threatened of being thrown out of employment if they refuse to work in these dangerous conditions. In many cases, their wage is lower than the minimum wage set by the government and have no healthcare coverage. Without introducing policy and legislative reforms, we cannot meet these urgent demands. Even during peak days of COVID-19 outbreak, sanitation workers were at the forefront of this fight. We have a national call to recognize them as frontline heroes and provide them with essential training with PPE in the war against COVID. Resultantly, the Punjab Assembly adopted a resolution declaring them frontline heroes with provision of PPE, which yet has to be implemented. Without fulfilling the basic needs of sanitation workers, we cannot achieve sustainable development goal of effectively providing sanitation to everyone.
It's 8 o'clock.
We cannot meet ILO's decent work agenda. We cannot meet the commitments we made under the GSP Plus status on international conventions and fundamental labor standards. The winds of change have begun to blow, and we have gained some successes in sensitizing masses and government institutions. Forming Pakistan's first Women Association has encouraged us to extend our work to other parts of the country, and the Anna Lindh Award has further strengthened our resolve to take this work to the next level. Thank you, everyone. Long live Pakistan.